What do you think it would be like to be a millionaire?
$1 million isn't what it used to be worth.
Could I retire on $1 million?
Financial experts say you shouldn't draw down more than 7% of the money, so if you take the 5% growth and 2% of the principal, it will last maybe 2 decades. But you should not draw down principal unless you're old.
How much then can I take?
If you have $1 million and get an annual 5% return, you'll have $50,000 a year to live on for life. Unfortunately, that amount is stable while inflation brings its value down.
What if I take inflation into account?
If you get 5% return and let 2% reinvest, you can take 3% to live off for $30,000. If you get the more standard 10% rate of return that stock market has generated, then you can live off $80,000 a year while $20,000 reinvests.
So I could retire off $1 million now if I live off $30,000 to $50 depending on what it makes in the stock market.
There is an upside to waiting.
What is that?
If that $1 million grows at 10% or even 15% a year for a few years, you'll have even more money to retire off of when you retire.
But then I can't enjoy being a millionaire and would only get a middle-class lifestyle for life.
Why? You can only live like you're already living without having to work. The horror.
Very funny.
But $1 million doesn't seem much when it isn't going to fuel a lavish lifestyle.
$30,000 a year or $50,000 a year can be comfortable, and it still puts you in the top 10% of the world.
True, but it isn't like I've got $1 million to spend.
You could spend $1 million and do so over a few years, but then you can't retire off of it.
Don't kill the goose that laid a golden egg. Well, a lot of rules of Benjamin's.